Hi there, this is Tony from pianotone.ca. So I've never bought a manufacturer-made stand for a digital piano before, but I finally decided to give that a try for my new Yamaha DGX-670 since it's such a big and heavy keyboard and it's not going to be getting moved around much, if at all. So in this video, I'll give you my thoughts on the L-300 stand from Yamaha as well as the LP-1 triple pedal unit. I'll include the build process for the stand and connecting the pedal unit to the stand. I can't actually include the build of the pedal unit because I bought this as a discounted demo unit and it was already assembled. And I'll also give you my first impressions on the pedals themselves. So let's check it out. Okay, so this is the box for my Yamaha L-300 stand for my DGX-670. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. Okay, so step one is to assemble attach the legs to the sides. I've already done it with this one, but I'll show you how I did it with the other one. You take the base and then it sits on the pegs. Then you need to insert the joint connectors. So you want to have the hole facing like up and down, because then the screw's going to go through that. So you just pop those guys into the hole. Then you take these super long screws and in they go. Two legs assembled. Okay, now the next step is to, this is the back brace, is to take these metal brackets and just basically attach them, but there's two sets of holes. And it's not that easy to see probably, but these are marked A, these are marked B, and it says in the instructions of the assembly of this stand that you have to refer to your keyboard manual to decide which holes to use. So I'm assuming, I guess maybe this stand was used for the prior model, 660 or something, or it's used for some other pianos that are going to be using the other set of holes. But I looked it up and the DGX-670 says use holes number B, so that's how I'm going to attach it. And there's two holes on one side and one hole on the other. Attach the brace to the sides, and a couple of things to note. First of all, make sure you've got this wooden side on the bottom. It actually is marked left and right down there. And also make sure you've got the side that has these holes. These are for the pedal unit. So that has to be on the back. So you got to make sure that you've got this lined up the right way. So wood facing down and those other screw holes on the back. Now there's a couple little holes here that will help you kind of hold it in place while you connect it. There's a couple of little kind of metal nubs that stick out that go into those guide holes. Now I can hold onto that and then attach the, I'm using these screws. So I'll flip that over and do the other side. And there we go. That's the basic part of the stand. A couple more things to do though. And that is, I've also got 2 caps, little plastic caps, and I've got 4 stickers. These are going to be to cover some of the screw heads. So you use the caps to cover these ones. And then the stickers to cover the ones down at the bottom. Okay, so I'm trying to do that. I just noticed a mistake I made. And that is, there were different screws that I was supposed to use for those two. So I'm going to switch those out now. So I didn't realize I'd used the wrong ones until these caps wouldn't fit. Now that snaps on that one nicely. Now I can take these 4 stickers and cover up the silver holes at the bottom. It's actually pretty high-end stickers. They actually have the same finish as the matte finish of the wood. So it's a nice touch there, Yamaha. So that's pretty much it for the stand assembly itself. The next thing. Okay, so this is the LP-1 triple pedal unit that comes with the that you can get for the Yamaha DGX-670. It's also compatible with my Yamaha P125. And I actually can't show you the assembly of this because I bought a demo floor model that was already assembled. It's also missing a couple of things. I had to go and source the proper screws to attach it, but not that big of a deal. Other thing that I don't have is these holes, as you can see, are wider than just a screw hole size. That's to allow you to be able to move this up or down depending on the height of your floor, if you've got a thick rug, that type of thing. Now there are, on the bottom, rubber stoppers, but just in case with my hardwood floor, since I went and bought all of these felt pads to protect the floor from the bottom of the stand, I'm also going to attach some of these felt things on here just to be extra protective of my hardwood floor. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to attach the back of the stand. So I got a couple of felt stoppers on there now. Okay, so that's on it pretty good now. That was more challenging than I would have thought, finding the screw holes back there, but it's now sealed. The screws that came with it would have been nice black ones, but this is on the back anyway, so I don't care. And I also don't have the protective sheets that would have come with this if you buy it brand new, which is basically just like a plasticky thin sheet that covers up the parts of the hole that aren't being used, I guess, to keep maybe a pet or a little kid's fingers or something from getting stuck in there. Not really sure if that's that big of a deal, but anyways. One last important step with the pedal installation is I had already tightened this up and I had thought this was on the ground, but I went to go press the pedal and this started to slide back and forth on the floor. So it was still raised up a little bit. So you want to get the holes kind of lined up, get the screws in there, but leave this a little bit loose so that it can slide up and down like this. And then you want to make sure you push it down on the floor, then tighten them up again. And I'll give this pedal another push. Yeah, much better. When I was doing this last time, the whole unit was kind of sliding as I pushed on the pedal, so that's going to be awesome now. So another thing to quickly mention is I do have a hardwood floor, and these are just plastic, so I am going to attach some foam protectors on there just to protect my hardwood floor a little bit. Okay, another thing to note is that on the bottom of the DGX, there's actually these little kind of screws, plasticky screw things that stick out. That's actually going to slide into the top of the keyboard stand. I'll go show you that. Okay, so that was actually easier than I thought. The piano was able to rest on this bracket, and then this piece slid right in and then kind of snapped into place, which was nice, and that happened nicely on both sides. I could seal it with another screw at the back here. I didn't bother. I just sealed it with this screw at the front. The screw at the front is going to be easy to take out if I ever want to take this off the stand, and I am moving my keyboards around a fair bit to do reviews and that kind of thing, so make my life easy, and it's nice and stable that way anyways. Okay, so there it is, all put together. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna go pound on it now and see how it feels. So I was pounding on that pretty hard, and it did not budge. Before getting this stand, I had my DGX on a double X stand, and it bounced around a lot, so this is awesome. Now let's check out the pedals. So the sustain pedal feels pretty good, actually. It's definitely a lot stiffer than what I'm used to, but it also feels a lot closer to the, well, few acoustic pianos I've played, so it's probably not a bad thing. Best part is that it's not sliding around at all on the floor, my hardwood floor, like my other pedals would do, since it's attached to the stand. And this sustain pedal supports half pedaling, so let's check that out. So I'm going to push the pedal down, and then just hit maybe a C chord here, and then I'm going to slowly release the pedal. So you can see the sustain is just gradually releasing. Now, if I do the same thing on my old pedal, which is still attached to the extra port on the back of the DGX, and it's still set up to do sustain, I'm going to do the same thing, but you'll hear the sustain is going to die out immediately the second, basically, because this one works like a switch. It's either on or it's off. So you can hear it dies immediately, compared to the one on the triple pedal unit. So the pedal in the middle is the sostenuto pedal. While the sustain pedal lifts all the dampers off all the strings, the sostenuto pedal will hold up the dampers for any notes that you have held down when you press the pedal. So those notes will sustain when you play them, even if the sustain pedal isn't being pressed. So if I play a C major chord without the sustain pedal, and then let the notes die off, and then hold down the sostenuto pedal, now only the notes of that C chord are going to sustain. That one doesn't, that one does, that one doesn't, that one does. So basically just that C chord is going to sustain. Now the pedal on the left is the soft pedal, which softens the sound. On an acoustic piano, this happens by physically moving all the keys and their hammers slightly to the right, so the hammers don't hit as many strings that they normally would, which is actually a super cool sight to see, by the way. Now on a digital piano, this is achieved at a basic level by just lowering the volume, but on super cool pianos like my DGX-670, the pedal is also going to alter the sample being played, usually for less attack. So check this out. The pedal is up, and I'm striking a C note. So pay attention to the attack. Now I'm going to press the pedal and listen to how the volume goes down, but the sample also changes. So you can see the attack is different. Super cool. Now, just a quick note, on the DGX, you can assign up to 50 functions to each pedal, including that old sustain pedal of mine, which is still connected to the 1/4-inch sustain pedal port. I'm definitely going to be doing an in-depth video on all the things you can do with a pedal unit, but that is one of the reasons I highly recommend getting a pedal unit, triple pedal unit, if you have the DGX. You can just do so much. And also note that the keyboard will change the default behavior of what the pedals do based on your chosen voice. For example, right now I'm on soft, sostenuto, and sustain, or damper, just like on an acoustic piano, because that's my voice I have chosen. But if I switch to an organ voice, the left pedal is now going to control modulation. So that's pedal up and pedal down. If I switch to a guitar voice that has super articulation, the center pedal on the guitar is going to trigger a secondary articulation. And in this case, it's tapping on the body of the guitar. And the left pedal is going to bend the note. So lots more on all of that in a later video, but super, super cool. So that's pretty much it for this video. I have to admit that I'm really impressed with this stand. It doesn't look very heavy duty, but it is really well designed. It looks good. It's easy to put together. And my 50-pound bulky DGX-670 doesn't move at all. While I originally wished Yamaha would release a portable triple pedal unit that doesn't require being connected to a stand, in all honesty, I would probably never bother carrying a portable triple pedal to performance anyways. And with it being attached to the stand, it's also nice and stable and doesn't slide around on my hardwood floor like every other pedal I've ever owned. So if you have a DGX-670, I highly recommend the L-300 stand, and the attached pedal unit is especially cool to get for the DGX-670, since you can use the pedal for so many different functions on top of the typical soft and sostenuto added functionality. I'll definitely be making a separate video on all of the things the triple pedal can do with the DGX. So thanks a bunch for checking this video out. Happy piano playing and have an awesome day.